morning, and welcome to sunny Winnipeg. Yeah, it's better today. And we had a nice sunrise too. I'm going to tack it at the end of today's episode. Stop. Yeah, I set an alarm to go off at 10 minutes after 7 to remind me to do something, so I guess I better do that. Now, we are going to have something today that we haven't had very often, and that's a rollback. And we've got a doozy of a rollback today, so let's get into it because it's fairly long and see how it is we got to this place here. Okay, I got the second ladder on this afternoon. We'll zoom you in here in a second and take a closer look. And I did not use CA glue. What I did was I used number 77 paint on the deck, right at the base of the ladder, and just sort of, glued the stringers in that way. And yeah, let's just let me zoom you in here. And I guess it's the one in the middle, right? Okay, let's move on. Now, I was wondering why this particular module was fitting so flush on the piece of wood here, because blue tack usually holds it up a little bit. So I'm thinking, well, that's odd, and I'm looking at it. Oh yeah, we had some sort of a special little clamp rigged up, if I remember right. And I gotta watch my time here because in about 5 minutes we'll be wanting to upload today's episode of the model ship, and by today I mean episode 1682. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I remember making that now. That was pretty smart of me now that I think about it. Save it for maybe I'll be able to use it on the I was going to say Iwata, but that's not the word I'm looking for. Yamato. Okay, Iwata. Okay, I'm going to just have to take a bit of a break here, and then we'll come back to this. I don't know how much longer I'm going to work on this evening, but I'm feeling kind of like I want to do it. So, hey, when you want to do it, do it. Okay, I do not want to be putting this piece on backwards because this thing is not keyed. Oh no. Ron! Ron, what have you done? No damage. No damage. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Maybe I'll very carefully put it over here. Okay. Let's try this again here. I suppose I could push stop and reshoot this and nobody would know, but that's not the way I do it. You get the good with the bad. Okay, now this thing goes that away. That's a kind of a tight fit, but I think once I get some CA thick on there, and I got to be careful when I grab this because these little floodlights that you see right here, maybe I'll move in a bit. These little floodlights, they're pretty fragile. Now I'm just going to reposition here. I'm going to get the camera in looking this way. Okay, let's get this nice and loose here. It should come off. And very carefully here. And we just want to make it so it kind of dissolves that peg a little bit, so it'll go in a little easier. Okay. It fit before. What's the problem here? Oh, there we go. I guess I must not have had it. I'm just gonna work it into place there. I think that's down pretty good. Yeah, that's gonna be all right. Now this piece here is a little bit loose. I didn't glue it in. I'm wondering if I should put a little bit of CA right on the. I think this is supposed to be horizontal. Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be horizontal, I would think. All right, now I wonder if maybe what I should do before I go any further is put another hoop, go across to protect that. I've got a wire here I saw a few minutes ago, kind of rusty, but I think it's the wire I'd used outside at the bird feeder to try and unplug the bird feeder, so we can use that. That should be long enough. Yeah, that'll be long enough. Bend it about here, and then over and down. Okay, I'm just going to push stop here and do it. Okay, my rusty wire did not work. When I went to give it a little bit of a bend, it broke right here. Guess it must have been a bit of a weak spot. So I've cut another one. And I had to move these screws. They were in the wrong place. And it should fit. There we go. All right. That protects this. Now, oh, that reminds me. I was watching Steve in the model shed working on his Bismarck today, and he did that exact same thing on his Bismarck. That's just a coincidence.
The only thing I have to do is to remove the tape that I have over the holes in the barbettes. That's to prevent me dropping any photo etch parts down there, because obviously if I did, it would be very difficult to retrieve them.
He's going to be entering that Bismarck in a model show. That'll be kind of nice in November. I believe it's scheduled for November the 11th, which is kind of a funny time to have anything scheduled. That's Remembrance Day. Okay. Why does that not look right? That flange is not the same shape here. Well, it might be all right. Okay, where can I grab this? Something does not seem to be right here. I do have that in the right place, don't I? Yeah, but you notice how this flange is not the same as the Okay, I'm gonna have to push stop here and see what the problem is. Oh no, if I check the drawing here, the drawing is the same way, so I guess we got it right. Okay, just let me. I'm gonna sort of recompose a little bit, get the camera in at maybe a different angle, although I don't know why. Just I want it to fit dry. I guess that's basically the way it has to go. I guess that's it. Yeah, that must be it. Well, let's get some glue on there, and yeah, I'll just push stop here, and we'll recompose a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. I've reamed out the opening, and okay, does that look like it's down on your side? Just let me move around here so I can see. I think it is. On the top of this mast there's a little tiny antenna thing, and I accidentally bent it, but I have since straightened it. This thing right here. Okay, let's get to. Okay, now once again, remember this is the one that drips. Okay. The idea is I want the glue to soften the edge there. I don't think it's going to come running out on the deck. Okay. Now we don't have to hurry, Ron. Take your time. Take your time. Okay, go slow and methodically here. I think I can probably put pressure here. There we go. Oh, it popped out. Oh, I see what's supposed to happen. It's not supposed to go all the way back. It's supposed to. Okay, we got it now. We got it now. I'm just gonna wiggle it a little bit so that everything kind of melds there. Now, how does it look on your side? It appears to be down. I think that's gonna be. I think that's gonna be okay. All right. Now let's get ourselves another hoop to go over top of everything here. Okay, now you can see what it is we're trying to protect here. right, that'll help. It's no guarantee. I don't think we need this one anymore. Okay, we'll probably be able to use that somewhere else. Now we got some more pieces to put on here. Where's my manual? All right, I'll just recompose here. Okay. Now, here we go again. Do I really need to put this extremely fragile piece on right now? You notice the radar unit sitting on the top of the turret there? That is probably one of the most fragile things I've made. And there's 4 of them. Okay. One goes right here. Then there's one goes right there on this barbette or whatever you want to call it. And the same on the other side. Then right in the front here where my fingers goes, there's another one that's going to go on something similar to this right here. You know, I think that what I should do is, and I know I've said this at least once before, is save these and put them on at the same time as I drop the turrets down. It'll be one of the last things I do. Maybe even after the rigging and everything, because yeah, we went to just so much work to make these. It'd be a shame to accidentally mash one of these things down. Okay, it's decided. Don't let me grab these again until the end of the build. Probably be snow on the ground. Okay, we got this in place. This is in place. This is all together. Got the ladders finished. As near as I can tell, we are done with 41. He used to be a viewer. He hasn't commented now for a couple of years. And he used to like to rhyme his comments. Okay. One day he sent me a comment and he said something to the effect of, "It's been fun, but goodbye." And I guess he'd had enough. Anyway, it says make 6. So we gotta make 6 ladders here at the beginning of 42. It doesn't say where to put them. Okay, well, it's one of them, both sides, so that takes care of 2. Wonder where the other 4 go. I guess we'll come across them sooner or later. We're moving right along, aren't we? We're sort of getting there. Yeah. Oh, here. Yeah. Here's that other. This piece should actually be turned around, shouldn't it? Get everything right to the world. Okay, there we go. Now it looks better. Okay, R20s, didn't we? I thought we made those already, but maybe not. Looks like we need 2, 4, 6 of them. Well, let's. You know what? What time we got here? 6:32. I wonder if the sun is going to come out later. We had a bit of a bad weather move through here a couple hours ago. Oh, I did get out on my bike this afternoon. It was around 3 in the afternoon, in between what looked like showers coming. So at least I did get out once. So if I don't get out again, it's not the end of the world. Okay. Let's get these ladders here, and then maybe I'm starting to get tired. Maybe it's time to call it an evening here. So let's at least find them. So we need the G fret. Okay, I've got a little bit of a dilemma going on here. There is only one G fret. I just checked the parts list at the front of the manual. There is only one. It says makes 6 number 20s. Well, here it is, number 20. But there's only 2. California Paul, you're making the Iowa. Did you come across, did you solve this problem? Or is it a case of maybe they meant make 2? Or maybe it's make 6 for the Missouri. This is the Iowa. Maybe the Missouri fret has 6 on it. I don't know. Well, there is only 2. Let's yeah. If anybody knows the answer to this problem in the comments below, I'd appreciate it. Could be there's more number 20 somewhere else, but they're definitely not on the G fret. So, okay, I'm making a mountain out of a molehill here. If we're missing some ladders, nobody's going to notice anyway. Okay, let's recompose here and very carefully get our number 20s here, and then I think I'm going to call it an evening. Okay. I think I missed one here. Well, I think we did pretty good here this evening. We haven't had a decent rollback for a long time. Okay, well, we'll see you in the morning. Well, it is morning, and I am thinking that maybe today is a good day to do that experiment, you might say. Remember Chris Coleman was suggesting that I could mix PVA glue with paint, and being as that yesterday afternoon I had used the the 77 here to glue the base of the ladders down onto the deck, because the deck was already 77. That's why I did that. Now, I'm not going to use the 77 because I've got very little of it left, and I'm too lazy to get in the car and drive to the hobby store and get more. But I do have lots of 19. Like I got this jar here that we just opened up, and it hasn't been thinned or anything. So I think we'll use the 19 and just we'll get ourselves maybe a microscope slide, something that it's going to be nice and smooth and not porous. Well, a piece of plastic would do the same thing, I guess. Except I got probably, I think I got something like 700 microscope slides. Now I've used some of them up over the years, but yeah, what do I need 700 microscope slides for? Well, at the time it was the thing to do. Okay, yeah, let's sort of recompose here this morning, and what do we got? It's 28.5 already outside, and it's only 17 minutes after 9, so we're going to have a really nice warm day. I haven't checked the weather radar yet to see what's happening rain-wise, but I want to get out on my bike, so maybe we'll do our experiment, and that could be the end of today's episode. So, oh yeah, here it is. I'm wondering, should I maybe be shaking this up somehow? I wonder if I could get it in the paint shaker without wrecking my paint shaker, because it's kind of heavy. Or maybe I could just... I do believe that there is some sort of pigment or something in this stuff. And I know my glue that glue that I used down in the workshop, the what's it called? Tight Bond. I use the Tight Bond brand, and I use Tight Bond 3 because it's waterproof. Anyway, I know that it sort of has a tendency to settle, and there's some sort of, you might call it sludge and stuff like that goes to the bottom, and I have to shake it up. So I think maybe I'll just spend a little bit of time here beating this half to death here. Or maybe I'll see if I can get it into the paint shaker just for fun. I don't know if it'll fit into the bracket because it's pretty big. Anyway, I'm doing a lot of talking here. Let's get at it. Get ourselves recomposed. Get ourselves a scale over here so we can meter out just the right amount of paint and the right amount of glue. I don't know what ratio to use. I'll go half and see what happens. In the meantime, those of you that do this sort of thing with the PVA glue, like Chris, what ratio do you use? Maybe somebody told me and I forgot. Okay, let's get at it. Okay, I did try to shake this up in the paint shaker, and it didn't work too well. It's just too heavy, at least the way I had it fastened in. I suppose if I had used more rubber bands, it might have stayed in the way I had it. Anyway, what I've got here is a scale, and it's supposed to be accurate to within a thousandth of a gram. Now it'll only weigh something that weighs up to 30 grams, and that's its maximum. I believe that's, or is it 50 grams? Can't remember. Anyway, let's get her going here. Okay, what it means is that something has to, I couldn't weigh something that weighs a thousandth of a gram, because if I did, it wouldn't register. So it has to be at least 6,000ths of a gram or something like that. But what it means is that it will differentiate the way, like just my speaking and my breath hitting this will affect it. It's extremely sensitive, more sensitive than what we need right now. Oh yeah, so I started to say, if you had something that weighed, say, 10,000ths of a gram and something that weighed 11,000ths of a gram, it would differentiate between the two. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is, yeah, it's zeroed. Okay, let's get this out of there. All right, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue in first, because it's going to be so thick, it's going to be hard to meter out. This is actually the first time I'm opening this, so this is going to be interesting. See how this is going to go. And we're going to use this little the end of a pipette as a cup. So, and I suppose what we should do is zero it, right? Where's the tear here? Okay, there we go. And then I will try to get an equal amount of paint because it'll be easier to meter out the paint. Okay, so that looks like it's about almost half a gram, 485 thousandths. I'll get the lid back tight again. All right, now I did shake this up. So, and my goal here is not to see if it makes the paint more sticky, because obviously it will. But what I want to find out is how is it changing the color of the paint? Because if it changes the color of the paint drastically, well, we're kind of screwed. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some here, and I'm going to put it on the slide over here, and we'll just let it dry. Okay, we should be able to see that. Make sure that it's thick enough that we're not seeing right through it. Okay, now where's a little. Guess I didn't really need to wipe that, did I? Okay, let's take our pipette here now. Okay, so we're going to want to bring it up to 486, or as close as we can, because half a drop or a drop of paint is going to be. Okay, let's bring it as close as we can to 486. Okay, and we're going to tare it. Oh, I went too far. But that's pretty close. So in other words, there's a tiny bit more paint than there is. There's 9/1000ths of a gram more paint than there is glue. So now we'll mix that up after I put the lid on here. Okay, let's try not to make a mess here now. Okay, we should be done with this. All right, get this out of the way. Are we still centered on the screen? Oh yeah, you know, I think that's starting to dry on the edges. Okay, and we'll use one of Gabe's swabs here as a stir stick. You know what I should have got is my little electric mixer that I made up 40 years ago or more for mixing up the Humbrol enamels. Is this coagulating on me? This isn't working. This is coagulating. There's the glue is having a reaction. So let me move this over here a little bit. Can you see that? Look at this. Okay, anybody got an explanation for this? Well, the explanation is that we can't do this experiment. We cannot do this experiment. Well, I guess we did. That was the experiment, to see if this would work. And clearly, there is something in the Tamiya XF19 that that's probably going to get harder and harder and harder. It's absolutely useless right now. I can't use that. Okay, we tried. Hey, we tried, Chris. It was a good idea. Maybe if you could let me know, Lorraine, remind Chris to let me know that what kind of paint he uses. Not that I'm going to go out and buy it. It's just that. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to be able to use this glue anyway. It hasn't gone to waste. We tried. We tried. Okay. Here's what's happening. It is just way too nice to be sitting inside at the model table. So I'm going to call today's episode a wrap. And even though there's lots of time to keep going here, we've got a lot of footage in the camera, you might say, or in the can. And okay, yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.